Today I've brought you the beautiful Mrs. Poe to help us with this belief video.
Is there a Mrs.
7
Poe?
out of
Where is she?
that sounds like a belief all by itself. To help with belief video 7 out of 100. Today's belief is I can't ask for what I want, and
From.
from either people or from God. Uh, I've heard it both ways a lot, but Shaniel deals with this one a tremendous amount in her Pink Flamingo University and with her writing. So I thought, hey, come sit with me and do this belief video. So she did. Thank you. So I can't ask for what I want. This can go down to a lot of places, but there are three big places where we find limiter beliefs go. One is identity capability. I can't ask for what I want. Two is identity worth. I don't deserve to ask for what I want. And three is that's not how the world works, or unjust world. So nobody can ask for what they want. Life just doesn't work that way. And so that's kind of the core of the three beliefs. And this could go any number of what I mean, if you're saying I can't ask for what I want, then you could track that to all three of those. And it could be different than if she said it or if I said it. We could mean different things by that. So it's important that we track it down to where it goes. Where do you often find that that goes for your people?
It's fair disappointment. Um,
hmm And
whether that's
these
with
always go to
God,
fears.
or with other persons, the fear of rejection, um, the fear of being left holding the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've personally had times from I was a kid when I would ask God for a sweet. And for years I held it against him because I'm like, you know what? I didn't get it. God is too busy dealing with other bigger
hmm
things. Therefore, I will just take care of that. And then there is also the fear of being rejected from the perspective of, maybe this is too silly. It's a silly thing to ask.
Yeah.
But who decides what is silly?
Right. God made me to look like this. If that's not a silly God,
Hey, don't
then
talk about my husband like that.
God made me this way. I'm happy about it. I just know I'm a clown. So, yeah, who decides what's silly? Is
Yeah.
it you? Are you deciding for other people? Are you deciding for God even? That hardly seems appropriate. That seems rather controlling of you. If you're deciding for other people, you're deciding for yourself. Good. It's good to decide things for yourself. Why are you deciding it?
Why is that silly? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, there have been people who haven't gone off, who haven't expressed certain desires of their heart, certain dreams that they have had because they're afraid of being laughed at or they're
yeah,
afraid of. I mean, who says you can't go be a damn clown? If
yeah.
that's the thing that lights you up, that's the thing that makes you happy. Um, go for it. The world needs more clowns. Just saying.
I don't mean literal clowns, honey. I don't believe in that. Okay, we have a disagreement here between us, but we'll move past it. We won't let it become a thing. I've got a friend who talks about how he believes God answers his prayers a lot of times because he's so entertaining to God. And God just loves watching his reaction. And given his reactions, I could kind of see that being true. I've got another friend who said that just very recently, um, I feel comfortable praying for what I need, but I don't feel comfortable praying for what I want. And oh, that hit because I think most of us have been through that in some
Mm-hmm.
way or another, whether we're praying to God for something that we want or we're wondering whether we should ask someone else about something we want.
I have also had people who are comfortable praying for what other people want
Oh,
and
yeah,
need,
yeah.
but they are not comfortable doing it for themselves,
hmm
right? I mean, and if you can pray for somebody else's wants and needs, why isn't yours more as important?
Yeah, yeah. My phone is heating up, so this video might end abruptly. But this is something I wanted to share one thing about it. She said fear of rejection, fear of disappointment, fear of what were there any other? Fear of
Abandonment,
abandonment,
fear of judgment.
fear of judgment. Yeah, all these fears, like we get judged, we get abandoned, we get disappointed, we get
Rejected.
rejected, but having the feeling of rejection occasionally, having the feeling of being abandoned, bad things happen in the world. It's not the same thing as being afraid of that feeling. And the fear of is really where you get into some messy limiting beliefs. And those are the ones that you can always track down to. Why am I afraid of this? Is it because I don't feel I'm worth? So identity worth. Is it because I don't feel I'm able, identity
Mm-hmm.
capability, or is it because I'm afraid the world doesn't work that way? That unjust world, the fear of injustice, um, and so I haven't found any that don't track down to those three, but they can go through any number of intermediaries that are really useful to look at. So if you have a limiter that is like this, I can't ask for what I want, I can't get what I want, I can't do what I want, um, I can't pray for what I want, things like that. I encourage you, ask why a few times. Why do I believe that? Why is that true? Why is that true? Why is that true? Why is that true for me right now?
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time you do about five of those, the five whys, root cause analysis, some people call it, you can almost all, I've never found where 3 to 5 whys doesn't track it down to one of those big three limiters. And then you can transform it. So flag, that's the step we're talking about right now. Focus, so block out time to focus on it. Fix it, do exercises. She's got exercises in Pink Flamingo University, the
Mm-hmm.
How God Sees Me, the conflict navigation frameworks, all that kind of stuff. I've got exercises in the Voyage, the Snow Globe, the 3D Mind. All these things are to deal with limiter beliefs and to transform them into unlimiter beliefs. So if you have other things, someone mentioned a belief shift not too long ago. I'm not familiar with it, but whatever technique you use that genuinely works through limiter beliefs quickly and permanently, use it. If you have one, there's no excuse not to use it. You are the thing in your way 90% of the time. So you get yourself out of your way, you'll get rid of 90% of your blocks just over and over and over and over. So track it down and then follow it. Like you'll find it either comes up in other contexts or its friends come up. And you have to deal with these friends one at a time. It's like pulling weeds. The same weed doesn't reroot itself when you use a process that's healthy and ecologically integrated and works permanently. But you are going to find friends. There are going to be plenty of other weeds to pull as well. There are going to be rocks to pull out of the field. So continue going after that cluster of weeds, that cluster of beliefs, and transform them into unlimited beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And you will find much more ease. I want to end with an example here. Um, I was, she would say, I had a feeling for pizza the day we came to Wichita, or the night before. I would say I had a hankering for it, a hankering for it. Um, so um, I was just praying, Lord, I'd really love to get pizza. We didn't have the time or the budget for Papa John's at the time, and it's just it's silly, but I really want pizza. And on the 4th of July, our Airbnb host, who we were renting from, uh, he said, hey, he sent us a message through text or through Airbnb saying, hey, I'd really like to get you pizza. Um, and what kind do you like? And we said, oh, goodness, how kind. And so we told him, and he bought us pizza, and he sat down and had a slice with us. But he literally said, just as a symbol, because it's 4th of July, he was doing his best. He's from the Congo, and pizza on the 4th of July, he was saying, this is like the American tradition. I'm like, wow, it's not what I would have said is the American tradition. It was such a, like a skimpy rationalization, but he is a believer and he felt that prompting from God. Like, what Airbnb host buys his guests a pizza and doesn't really even plan on sitting down with them to eat it? I mean, he had a piece, but it wasn't for him, it was literally for us. And God answered that desire in me for pizza. What a silly desire that is, right? But God cares about what we want, not just what we need. He promises to fulfill what we need. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things, food and covering and shelter, will be given to you, will be added to you, will be provided for you. We've been on a journey of that lately, and it's been amazing and terrifying at the same time due to my own beliefs. But he cares about our wants. If he cares about the lilies of the field, the sparrows, the hairs on our head, he cares about our wants. And so that's just a little bit of evidence that you can use to start rebuilding your vision around this cluster of beliefs. Hope it helps.
Yeah. Ask for what you want and let us know how it goes.
Do.
Love you.